What's going on YouTube? Kaioken coming at you with another XY Wi-Fi battle. This one's against a friend of mine, Julie. And real quick, look at the team preview. Threats on her end, looking like Alakazam, the Conkeldurr, and the Pinsir, if it is indeed the Mega Pinsir, but why would you bring Pinsir if it wasn't Mega? So that means I'll probably have to preserve my Jellicent. The Florges will be kind of difficult to get around if I don't preserve my Scizor, so I need to preserve my Scizor to take care of the Florges efficiently. And outside of that, not really too much. I mean, there is the Ambipom, which I'm not too worried about at all, because again, I do have my Jellicent, I have my Infernape, and I have my Scarf Scizor to handle that. But yeah, let's get right into the battle. So I predicted her to lead with her Ambipom because lead Ambipom is usually relatively common. At least it was back in 4th gen, from where I remember Ambipom being used. So that does happen. I did it for my Scizor. I didn't really want to reveal that I was Scarf just yet. So what I'm actually going to do is go out into my Jellicent and absorb the Fake Out, because obvious Fake Out is obvious. Eat it up, for breakfast, all that good jazz. And she actually pops me with a beat up, which I wasn't expecting at all, because like I said, the last time I actually saw an Ambipom was 4th gen, so they didn't really run beat up. I was expecting maybe like a Shadow Claw or something, but I was not prepared for the beat up. And that's actually going to put a huge dent in my Jellicent, which making that Pinsir an even, bigger threat than it already was. So instead of switching out to preserve my Jellicent right here, I'm actually just going to let it die, because I figured that if I switch out into like my Infernape or something, then my Infernape would take a decent bit of damage, because the I keep saying fake out, the beat up was boosted by the Technician and it'll hit 6 times, so I figured that wouldn't be the most optimal thing to do. What I'm actually going to do though is go out into my Scarf Scizor here, and I'm revealing a Scarf now because I wasn't sure that a Bullet Punch would take it out from that range, and if Bullet Punch didn't take it out from that range, I would assume that she would think that I wasn't banded regardless. So I'm just gonna go for the U-turn, knock out the Ambipom, so now she knows I'm Scarfed, even though I tried to convince her that I wasn't. I tried to convince her that her Ambipom just had no IVs or EVs, but it didn't work out too well. So I'm going to my Kyurem, thinking that'll bring in the Florges. And I want the Florges to come in, because that'll allow me to go into my Clefable and set up my Stealth Rocks. So right here I sped it up a little bit, or at least I thought I did. I guess it's just slightly faster than what it should be, because it's just a segment of her spamming Moonblast and Wish and me getting my rocks. And at one point I'm going to end up knocking off here, because I don't want her to get her leftovers back, and because I know that my Scizor being Scarfed won't be able to knock it out from full with the Bullet Punch. So what I'm actually going to end up doing here is switching up between Seismic Toss and Soft Boil while she wishes and Moonblast, because you know not like I said, Scizor can't OHKO Florges without Choice Band. It does like 88% at most from the Jolly Scarf set, which I'm running. So right there, I actually went for the knockoff, thinking that Julie might want to switch out, seeing that this is getting neither one of us really anywhere. Obviously, I had a plan, but I'm pretty sure she didn't know that I had a plan, because I think it's after this turn, I go for the Seismic Toss, and then I'm going to switch in my Scizor. Um, yeah, she didn't. I'm pretty sure she didn't think that Scarf Scissor would be able to take it out with Bullet Punch. Because after I clicked Bullet Punch and she saw it, she started laughing. She was like, Scarf Scissor with Bullet Punch. I'm like, yeah, but your Florges is just dead now. So, I'm going to switch in on the Moonblast, because obviously Scissor resisted being Steel type. And I'm just going to, pop a Bullet Punch real quick. Take out the Florges, because like I said, it'll do like 88% at most, I believe. Or 80 to 88%. I just want to make sure I knock it out. Unfortunately, though, this will bait her to bring her Conkeldurr. Now, fortunately for me, I still do have one of my walls in my Clefable left, so I can switch that in. Because Clefable is, a decent, I guess, check you could say, to Conkeldurr. I can absorb knockoff and Drain Punch relatively well. Ice Punch isn't really the greatest thing for me to take, but I can take one or two. So right here, I'm going to go for a Soft Boil, thinking that Ice Punch wouldn't do all that much, but it still did a pretty respectable chunk. So right here, she's going to go for the Ice Punch again, and just needing damage on the Conkeldurr, I'm going to go for the Seismic Toss. Because like I said, I just need damage on this so that I can put it in range so that something else can kill it. Usually I would rely on my Infernape to use pop it with a close combat, but I don't really want to take a Mach Punch. So what I'm going to do is go to my Thunderous and Thunderbolt it because I know I can take an Ice Punch with the EV spread that I've given it. It'll do a max of 80%. But unfortunately for me, I get the paralysis. Now, this does matter because it gives her the guts boost and allows her to knock me out with the Ice Punch. Because the EV spread I have is bulky double dance thunderous. It takes about 80% from the Ice Punch at most, and then Mach Punch won't KO it either. So I'd still be able to have my Thunderous around when this Conkeldurr went down, but I wasn't able to because I got the Power Hacks. So I'm gonna take it out with my Infernape. I'll go into Infernape because I want to Mach Punch and not get a Mach Punch in return from the Conkeldurr. So she switches in her Chatot, and I'm thinking what I should have done was left in my Infernape and just Mach Punch the Chatot. Um, because like I know she's gonna go for the Chatter, and whenever I get confused, I know my Pokemon are just gonna smack themselves in the face because my Pokemon are dumb and they love these hoes. So I'm just hoping right here that you don't smack yourself. I'm like, Kieran, please, don't do it. And he smacks himself, so I don't get up any damage on the pincer aside from the Ice Beam, no, aside from the Stealth Rocks, which is really crucial because that pretty much seals a deal for Julie. Um, because now that I didn't get the Ice Beam off at all, that Pincher's going to get the Moxie boost, and I'm not really going to be able to KO it with anything else. But right here, I kind of choked because I was like, alright, this battle's over. I pretty much already lost. But I didn't make the best play in my favor. What I should have done is gone for the Mach Punch because I had forgotten that she had close combat and didn't have the neg 1. Now, had I remembered that, I could Mach Punch with my Infernape, get off a clean about 24-25% at least, because as you'll see right here, the Bullet Punch is going to bring it down to approximately 25%, and that's going to allow her to get off a quick attack, a plus 1 quick attack, and do quite a bit of damage to my Scizor. Now, the reason why that matters is because her Alakazam is going to come in now, and well, not yet, but I'll be able to KO the Chatot after, the second Stealth Rock switch in with the Bullet Punch. But she tells her Alakazam is obviously Focus Sash, so I'm going to Bullet Punch it, bring it down to, I think, about 15%. I don't think it bring it down to the Sash. I'm not entirely sure. I think 15% approximately. No, maybe. Oh well. But yeah, I bring it down to a point where if I had more HP on my Scizor, I might have been able to win this battle, but I misplayed, so I didn't. But anyway, that's a good game, Julie. As usual, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. This is Kaioken, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.